What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Unesh. Criosphinx Sovereign. Hope you're excited. Let's get the graveyard popped up. Yeah, man. I've been playing against Olivia. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm loving this matchup right now. Looks like a lot of fun. Let's get Unesh over here, get Olivia. Let's get the chat closed out. Now, as far as opening hand goes, yeah, this is pretty... It ain't so hot. Let's go ahead and mulligan on this one. We only have one island. Okay, yeah, we can make this work. Shrine is just wonderful in this particular deck. So we've got 3 islands. We have Shrine, and we will keep this. Yes. Do what thou will shall be whole of good luck. All right, cool, man. You too. And most of the time it's best of luck, have fun, but all right, got it. Let's go ahead and keep on this one. And then, oops, didn't mean to click on that one. Alright, Thought Vessel. Yeah, we're going to put that on top. That'll allow us to get into a nice little Unesh. But yes, welcome to some Unesh. We are playing Unesh, Criosphinx Sovereign. Flying. Sphinx spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. Whenever Unesh or another Sphinx enters the battlefield under your control, boom, baby factor fiction. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Opponent separates those into a pile. You choose one pile to put into your hands, and then the other pile goes into your graveyard. Playing against Olivia Voldaren. Flying. 2 mana. She deals not combat damage. 2 mana. She deals 1 damage to target creature. That creature becomes a vampire in addition to its other types. Put a +1 counter on Olivia. Then gain control for 5 mana. Gain control of target vampire for as long as you control Olivia. And then we have Temple of Malice, which is Vesuva. Okay, there we go. I was trying to like, have we got double lands going, rocking and rolling on this one? All right, let's go and get the Thought Vessel down. Let me 1-2. We'll be online for extra planar lens next turn. We can get that down with the Thought Vessel, and there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll also Shrine to get down and kind of start rocking and rolling from there. So, being a good spot to go. Anything else? Let our opponent do their thing. They're just slowly kind of deploying Olivia out. Now they will next turn. They did bounce back the Vesuva. So either way, it's going to come into play tapped. And we also we drew into Pongify, so I'll take that. I'm just going to get the island down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We get down the extra planar lens, we hit the island down, and we'll really start kind of rocking and rolling from there. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 off the Shrine. Let's go ahead and get the extra planar lens down. I think we're okay with that. 1, 2, 3. It's going to come into the battlefield. We're going to exile one of our tap lands, and then our lands will be able to tap for 2 off of that. If they have some sort of artifact removal, so be it. But at least we'll be online next turn. We'll have double blue off that. Then any islands we hit, it'll kind of be like a nice little Urborg effect. But yeah, we've covered our opponent's commander. We're good to go. Let's have some fun. Welcome to some Unesh. Hope you believe that you can fly. No, I'm not going to do the song again. All right, we can't do it. All right, so we do have Pongify. Do we want to go for Pongify right now to kind of take care of their commander? That puts us in a spot where we can go Cryptic Command. But then we'll have a 3/3 beat stick coming across. Yeah, let's go ahead and go Pongify. If they get enough mana to where they can start gaining control of our Sphinxes, that's not going to be that much fun, especially if they grab Unesh in response to something. I'm just going to get the Shrine down. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's go and get Unesh down. And then also Unesh can block... that's the good thing about Unesh is he can block little monkeys like that. Get out of here, little monkey. All right, it's a nice little tempo play. So we're going to keep Olivia off the battlefield. We're going to get some nice little baby factor fiction rocking and rolling. And see, on this one, we have extra planar lens out there. So pretty much, depending on how they split it up, if it was me, I would split it up island and important. That way, we can still generate extra value off these Sphinxes. But, yeah, pretty much whatever. Yeah, we're going to choose pile 1. It'd be nice to have this, but the pile 1 gives us a little bit more mana. And then we can start getting these Sphinxes down pretty cheap. Basically, we can almost get this down for 3 mana. And then we're slowly working our way towards some nice little devotion with the Shrine to Nyx. So, should be a good little matchup on this one. The funny thing about playing Unesh is that I've never really experienced this before, but like I'm not gonna win the there's been numerous matches where I'm playing and I'm not gonna win the game, but we start generating so much card value off these factor fictions. Like I start chaining together these Sphinxes that people just I guess technically if you're gonna target player sacks a creature, got it, man. That's gonna be Unesh on that one. Adios, Unesh. But yeah, we start generating so much value that some people just scoop. They're just like, no, that's it. I'm done. Peace out. Can't handle it anymore. I'm like, okay. And it'll be like the 3rd or 4th factor fiction in a row, and they'll be like, nope, done. You're going to win the game. And I guess I understand the reasoning that, if you're playing Magic Online, you want to sit back and relax with some Magic. If your opponent's going to be digging 20 cards deeper into the library, more than likely they're going to win the game, so some people will scoop. But But yeah, just be aware of that at least. It's just I find it humorous that it's just too much value right there. Nope, we're done. So, and it's just one of those like like if we were like say we're at 27, our opponent's at like 5, they're like yeah okay obviously you're gonna scoop on that. But it's like we got some matches where it's like 30 to 30, and they're like no, that's where I put my magic finger up, say no, too much value. But it feels good though. Love it. Let's go to get the island down. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have no devotion to really kind of speak for. Do we want to just simply go for Unesh again? We'll be online for Cryptic Command. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. If we go Cryptic Command, bounce the 8 back to the hand, we can get another counter on Olivia. Let's see if we can't go for that. Let's see if we can't catch Olivia, and then just really get her commander tax up, and then we'll kind of stop the 8 from coming across. Actually, excuse me. We can stop the monkey, the 8 from coming across, and then we can kind of go from there. Let's see if this is Olivia coming down. All right, it is Olivia. So let's go Cryptic Command. Counter target spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand. Boom, boom. That's going to be triple blue, or actually 4 blue. Bounce that back to the hand. All right, nice little tempo play. And then next turn we can get down to Unesh. Well, I'm not sure exactly what they searched for with the Demonic Tutor, but at least we're getting in the spot now to where we can just really start generating some nice little value. So let's get Unesh down. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8. I guess either way we shake it down, we're going to have to tap out for that. Let's go 2 off the island. There we go. Get down to Unesh. Once again, opponent's tapped out. We're getting Unesh down. We're getting ourselves a nice little Fact of Fiction. Hopefully, we can kind of dig it. They did have Demonic Tutor, so we'll see what they ended up going for with that. And then as far as this pile goes, Curator of Mystery. Man, Curator he's one of those, he or she, or Sphinx, whatever, if they have any sort of gender. But whenever you cycle or discard another card, scry one. I mean, that's pretty good. They put in some good work with that. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll choose pile 2. We're pretty okay as far as devotion goes. We didn't, well, High Tide. That's going to be, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we start chaining some of that stuff together. Let's go for this Sphinx. I think I like that. Yeah, let's go for that. We're going to get it like a little bit more card value off that. Anything else we need to go for now, we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. We're out of blue mana. I guess we probably should have tapped for the Thought Vessel on the Shrine. That would have been online for Opt or something like that, but we can make it work. Opponent does have 6 cards in the hand, and as far as the clock goes, we're good on time. We're only about 20 seconds behind, which is exactly how we want it. I mean, not behind on the clock, but not 3 or 4 minutes behind on the clock. That's always something you always want to watch out for as far as whenever you're recording. Vandal Blast. Destroy each artifact you don't control. Okay, can we do anything in... Okay, nope. That's fine. We're going to lose out an extra planar lens, but the good thing is that we have Unesh down, and we kind of fought through the all the Chainer's Edict. Now, here's the kicker. Chainer's Edict coming out of the graveyard for 7. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total of 7. So we do need to at least get another creature down next turn. We do have the Sphinx of Lost Truce, which we can get that down if we need to. Let's get the island down, and then... the reduced cost on the Sphinx of Uthan is going to be 5 total mana. That's going to cut us off on the Devotion to Blue. If you go with the Sphinx of Lost Truth, we're going to be able to draw 3 cards with the kicker. That's going to be 3. Yeah, let's end up going for that. We just get a little bit extra value. Or if we go Sierra Sphinx, that's going to be just simply 1, 2, 3, and that still gives us enough to go for Devotion mana. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I like that. That way if we chain into another one or something like that. Okay, enters the battlefield. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of a cough in my chest for a second. All right, so we have Propaganda, Thassa, Island, Hedron Archive. See if they want to go for. If they're going to split it up, Thassa into Propaganda. Yeah, I'm about to say I'll probably end up choosing pile 1 on this one. I like Propaganda, Hedron Archive. Just generate a little bit extra mana. Well, if we go for Thassa, Indestructible Devotion, if they gain control of it, it'll get rid of it. Let's go pile 2. I think I like that. Get in lane for the turn. Let's go ahead and tap out. That's going to be 2 Devotion to Blue right now. So what we can do is get down Thassa. Actually, let's see. This one's going to cost how much? Yeah, there we go. I just want to get another Sphinx down. Okay, so we have Imprisoned in the Moon on top of our library, which would be a really good answer for Olivia for sure. So depending on how they sequence it out, we're probably just going to go ahead and take the Imprisoned in the Moon. And now we've gotten in a spot to where we have pushed past the Chainer's Edict, any sort of spot removal they're going to go for. So we're going to choose Pile 2. That's going to go into the hand. And then we have a island on top. All right. So let's go and swing in for 4 with Unesh, coming in hot. That'll be 4 total commander damage, put our opponent down to 26. There we go. And then anything else for the turn? No, we are good. Okay, I'm going to go past turn. Man, Shrine is just one of those, you don't really think about it in a mono blue deck, but it really puts in some work. What do we need to get rid of? Let's get rid of we need Sphinx. Island is be good for the, we're pretty good on Devotion right now. I guess we can get rid of an island. I guess at this point we can get rid of Opt. You know, we have a lot of stuff in the hand. You know, if we get into spots where our opponent just go for Damnation or something like that, I wouldn't mind making the land drop so we can make sure that we can go for these, get our nice little Sphinxes on the battlefield. All right, Guild. Exile target creature, create a colorless artifact, gold. All right. Unesh is being turned into gold. This gold token always makes me laugh because it looks kind of, cheesy. It looks like a Nintendo 64 style graphics. And uh-oh, do we got Damnation coming across? Silence the Believers. Exile any number of target creatures. Okay, so that's going to just leave the Sphinx on the battlefield. And there stood one Sphinx. That was it. All right. So what we do need to do is we need to get down Devotion to blue is only 2 right now. We can go for Jace, kind of get a little bit extra value off that, and we have a Factor Fiction on top. Let's at least we have nothing with haste right now, so at least just go and swing in for 5. It's going to put our opponent down to 21, and then we can worry about getting down Unesh. I'm pretty sure Unesh is at 10 total mana. Puts him down to 21. Let's double check. Yeah, 10 total mana, which we're pretty far away from 10 total mana. Let's go ahead and if we get down the Jace, Architect of Thought, and right now we have 7 total mana. Alright, that'll be perfect. So we can go Jace, we can go Thassa, which will both be nice little mana sinks for us. The only thing is we kind of get in a spot where we watch out for Chainer's Edict, but we want to have enough mana to get more creatures down. So let's just do that. Let's end up going Thassa. Actually, let's go Jace. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 mana that we can generate off Thassa. Anything else we can get down. Let's go ahead and -2 on Jace. Let's just dig as deep as we can. So I'm going to put him into 2 piles, and then because they have no threat on the battlefield, if we lose Jace, so be it. You know, at this point, I'd rather just dig deeper into our library. Let's go and choose pile 2, I think, or do we need to go for Factor Fiction? We can Factor Fiction right now to generate a little bit extra value. Well, let's get down Thassa. But let's still go ahead and take let's use pile 1. That'll go into the hand. Put these on the bottom in any order. Let's go and get down the Thassa, God of the Sea. We'll be able to scry away that island because we do have 2 islands in the hand. And we are online for Devotion. Okay. Alright, so let's go and pass the turn. So, next turn, we get down the island. It's going to be 7 total mana. As far as the Shrine goes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 total mana as far as Shrine is concerned, so we can tap that for 5. And then, with the land drop, we should be able to get down. Ooh, we got Karn coming across. Okay, exile target permanent. Let's see what they're going to go for. Take care of Jace. Okay. We're at least going to be able to swing in on the back end with the Sphinx and then take care of Jace, so I'll take that. Scry 1. Let's go and scry away the islands. Put that on the bottom. Swan Song. And then another island on top. Let's go and get the island down. Let's go and swing in at Karn right now. Take care of Karn. Let's take care of Karn. Get out of here. Adios, muchacho. And then, so right now Devotion is only sitting at 3 mana. Let's go ahead and get down the Prison of the Moon's really not going to do much, at least right now. And then 1, 2... Basically, we're just going to break even on that mana. Let's go... Do we get the Sphinx of Lost Truths out there? That's going to be Kicker. That's going to be 7 total mana. Yeah, we can actually get that down and still leave up Swan Song. I think I like that because we basically want to build some Devotion to where we can start chaining some stuff together. And then plus we're going to be able to draw 3 cards, which is, you know, it's always nice. I'll take that. Actually, dang it, we should have gone for Sphinx during our main phase. That would have turned on Devotion for Thassa. Do apologize for that. Urza's Incubator. Let's hold on to that one, and then let's go ahead and get rid of this island. We have the island on top. That would have been the better line of play. We would have been able to swing it for 10. So I just wasn't even thinking about Thassa. So, but next turn, as far as devotion goes, we do have 5 devotion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2 off the shrine. And we get down the Urza's Incubator, which will, whenever a creature does combat damage, player put a +1 counter on that creature. Okay. Once we ever get the Urza's Incubator down, that's going to give a reduced tax off Unesh, basically, where we can get it out for 8 mana. And then we still have at least one more Sphinx on the battlefield that we can get down for Sphinx of Uthan, however you say it. I don't know, just sounds pretty cool. And then Rockish Air. Whenever a vampire controlled his combat damage player, put a +1 counter on it. Okay, kind of getting somewhere. This has been a nice little match so far. Sometimes we just generate, like I said earlier, we generate a lot of value and just get people to scoop. But this has been a nice little game. I'm excited. Excited you get to see it. Alright, do we want to put the island? Let's go and put the island on the bottom of our library. And then there's another island on top, so we draw into that one. And then we have the Glyph Sphinx on top. Let's go and get the island down. So what we can do right now, we have Clever Impersonator. It's not going to have haste. If we can get it down on Drana, we can copy Drana and actually have ourselves a nice little 2-3. Devotion for 5 mana. That's going to be 5 total mana. We can go for the Urza's Incubator, which will be 3, that'll be 2, and that'll be 8 total mana. We can get down Unesh. Actually, let's go ahead and... do we want to hold on to Imprisoned in the Moon for Olivia? They can go for that. If we go for Drana, we're going to be able to get in for at least 8 total mana coming across. I kind of like this. Let's go Imprisoned in the Moon. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's go ahead and go... let's go Devotion Blue. Any certain way we want to sequence this first. Let's go for the Imprisoned in the Moon. Sorry. I'm trying to make sure we utilize our mana in the best way possible. Let's go Imprisoned in the Moon on Drana. Like one more devotion we can tap out for. It's going to get rid of her. Let's go and add that devotion. It's going to be one more devotion we're going to get to add. Let's go Devotion Blue. That's going to be 6 total mana. If we get down the Clever Impersonator on one of the extra Sphinxes out here, get down the Urza's Incubator. It's going to give the reduced cost to Unesh. We can get down Unesh, get that going. Go for Sphinx. There we go. We're looking at Unesh. Cast Unesh. That's going to be 6 total mana. Actually, let's hold it. Let's hold off on to... let's go for the Clever Impersonator. And then we'll still be online for Swan Song. Let's get on the Clever Impersonator. Let's go and copy the Shroud. That way they're not going to be able to stop us going swinging in. Yeah, okay, I like that. Let's go and swing in with the Sphinx, Thassa, and then the Sphinx of whatever his name is. So right now we do have 13 coming across. It's going to put our opponent down to 8 if they offer no blocks. We do see the Rockish Air block on that one. Put them down to 13, and then anything else. We're online for Swan Song, so if they go for something else, we can be able to stop it, and then we can simply get down to Unesh and hopefully be in a spot to where we can push past them. Sorry, I was trying to, during that turn right there, I kind of did some stuff back and forth. When you're recording and giving commentary, I was trying to just, it's hard to kind of do, it's hard to do that mana math in your head really quick and make sure that you're doing the most optimal play right there. So I was trying to make sure that we're doing the optimal play and then getting down a second Shroud creature to kind of prevent something like the Dark Imposter from exiling it, put a +1 counter on it, exile target creature. Alright, they're going to get rid of Thassa. Anything we want to do in response to that, put a +1 counter on it. I think we're okay on that, Stinks, but it is what it is. And then we have the glyphs on top, and then we have at least 10 coming in there. Actually, we have 13. We have lethal coming across next turn, so that should be game, depending on whatever they go for. Yeah, that's going to be game right there. So because everyone has flying, that's the cool thing about going these Sphinxes is that you get into the spot to where you're simply just all your beat sticks are just a bunch of big flyers like that. All right, let's go and swing in for 13, coming in hot. But yeah, I always enjoy playing against Olivia. It's a lot of fun, man. Hey, good game. Good game, man. Yes, indeed. You too, buddy. Let's go and come in hot for 13. We have the double Shroud Sphinxes coming across, and then the Sphinx of Lost Truths with his big O hair, man. All right, opponent goes down to 0. We go down to 27. Kept Olivia off the battlefield. That's what matters, man. We did not want her biting our Sphinxes. And plus, to be honest, if we're going to be completely honest, I don't know if the Sphinxes would really taste that good as far as Olivia goes, as far as biting them. At least I would assume that. So, anyway, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.